Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a first impressions and review of the newly formulated YSL Touche Eclat Le Tint Radiance Awakening Foundation. Now, this was a fan favorite when they had their old formula, and now that they have reformulated it, I'm seeing a lot of mixed reviews online, so I wanted to try it out for myself. I had not tried the old version, so I have nothing to compare it to, so hopefully I will like it because I'm going in with fresh eyes, if you know what I mean. So this is what the packaging looks like right here. YSL has the most stunning packaging ever. This is a beautiful glass bottle and you have the gold detailing on the cap and it says YSL at the top. So I just want to read you guys a little bit about what it says on the Sephora website. It says, a best-selling foundation now in an advanced formula that reduces the look of fatigue and creates flawless coverage. Apparently, it is enriched with a stimulating ruscus extract and anti-fatigue formula that energizes skin by stimulating microcirculation and targeting dullness to instantly improve the look of your skin's brightness and luminosity, while the vitamin E protects against free radicals. Formulated with SPF 22 to provide sun protection, and it leaves a weightless finish while offering 8 hours of a refreshed, radiant look. So I'm assuming that this is going to be not drying on the skin. I'm hoping that it's gonna last for quite some time. I'm assuming that it's not going to be a matte finish on the skin. I'm assuming that it's gonna be more of a demi-matte, closer to a dewy finish. I have no idea. I didn't even play with this in the store. I ordered it online, so we're just gonna go ahead and see how it goes. So for the purpose of this video, since it is a first impressions, I'm not gonna do any crazy priming of the skin. I normally would wear a primer, but I'm not gonna do anything that is pore filling or is gonna add any radiance to the skin or anything like that. I'm just gonna go ahead and spray my face with a little bit of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water, just because I have been traveling and my skin needs a little bit of extra hydration. So I bought mine in the shade BD60 Warm Amber because I am pretty tan right now. All of my foundations are super light. I think that I got my palest I've ever been this year. So I had to get a tanner shade of this foundation and I'm hoping that it's going to match my tan. So we'll see. I'm just giving it a nice shake. There is a pump on the foundation, which I love. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give one pump on the back of my hand. And that is one pump right there. That's a pretty small pump. I'm probably going to need more than that. It seems to be a pretty runny foundation. It's not like super liquidy, but it is pretty liquidy. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply half of my face with a brush and I'm gonna do the other half with a beauty blender. I'm gonna start off with this pump and see what the deal is. And the color match looks like it's matching me absolutely perfectly. So let's go ahead and just blend this out. So one pump of the foundation covered this whole cheek area, my nose, and down here. I didn't get any up to my forehead really, but it is super easy to blend out. I'm getting great coverage and you guys can see that it is very radiant, but it looks like my skin is just glowing. It doesn't have that oily look to the skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and take another pump. That one was slightly bigger, not that much. And I'm gonna go ahead and just put some on my forehead and on this cheek. And I'm gonna blend the rest out with my beauty blender to see if I get the same amount of coverage. So just from blending it out on my forehead with the beauty blender, I can tell that the beauty blender is soaking up most of the foundation since it is more of a runny formula. I'm not getting that much coverage, so I am going to say that this foundation is best used with a brush, so that's what I'm gonna do to blend out the rest of it. Okay, so the foundation is completely blended out onto my skin. I love the color match for my body. I think that it is a great color for me at my tan shade, but it did a great job covering everything. I love the finish of this foundation. My skin looks so healthy. It's the craziest thing. My skin looks matte, but there's like a radiance every single place all over my face. Like it doesn't look oily, it just looks like my skin is so healthy. I'm loving the finish of this foundation. It's also very comfortable on the skin. I don't feel it. It's not heavy. It's not settling anywhere. It kind of blurred my skin also. Like my skin looks very airbrushed and like silky and smooth, which I'm loving as well. There is a slight perfume scent to the foundation, but it smells like YSL, so it doesn't bother me. Just like my Dior foundation, the Nude Air foundation also has a scent to it, but it smells like Dior. I don't mind perfume scented stuff as long as it's not too overpowering, but I don't like chemical scents in foundations, but this one smells perfectly fine. So you guys know I'm sensitive to scent, so I always want to mention that in my videos, but this one was completely bearable. I do not recommend using this foundation with a beauty blender just because the formula will get just absorbed into the sponge. It's not a foundation that'll work well with a beauty blender. I definitely recommend a brush. So the time right now is 12:10 and I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup and let you guys know how everything blended out on top of it, and I will be back in a minute. Hey guys, so I am back. I just finished doing the rest of my makeup and I am very happy with how everything blended out over top the foundation. It didn't stay tacky, so it was very easy to blend out any powders that I put on top of it. The only thing that I am noticing is that it kind of looks heavy. For some reason, it looks like I am wearing a heavy base of foundation, which in reality the foundation was very thin, so I'm not sure why I am getting that effect from this foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and try and spray a little bit more of my primer water to see if it kind of absorbs some of the powders maybe. So that did not make much of a difference. It looks pretty much the same. And another thing that I'm noticing is that it is kind of caking up around my nose area, which will start happening to me throughout the day, but considering that I've only been wearing the foundation for about 30 minutes total, I'm not so sure why it's doing that. But other than that, it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't look bad. Like I said, it just looks like I'm wearing a heavier amount of foundation than I put on, which, you know, I don't mind this look, but if I'm putting on a light amount of foundation, I don't want it to look heavy, if you get what I'm saying. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wear this foundation for the rest of my day. If I have any updates throughout the day, then I will let you know. If not, I think that I'm going to try this foundation out again tomorrow and maybe use less face products, less concealer or something, and see if it makes a difference. Maybe I don't know what happened, but I want to try it again. I don't want to say for sure that I'm like not a fan of it or anything like that. Maybe I need to give it more time to kind of sink into my skin, so I don't know, but I will check back in with you when I have an update. So this is just a quick close-up of the foundation. You guys will see what I'm talking about right here around my nose area, and just on the rest of my face. My makeup is looking a little bit heavy and also looking a little bit oily. So this is just another close-up of my foundation after an hour of wear. Hey guys, so we're gonna try this again today, day 2. I only ended up wearing the foundation for, I wanna say, about 4 hours yesterday until I washed it off because it just didn't look good. My skin is combo oily. I get very oily in my T-zone, and the foundation started to just look very shiny and greasy and just not pretty. So today I'm gonna try it out a little bit differently to see if it could work for combo oily skin, because I feel like right now this foundation would be good for people with dry skin. So I'm gonna use a mattifying primer today underneath it to see if that makes a difference, because I did love the finish of it when I first put it on. So I'm gonna try it out with the NYX Angel Veil primer underneath and see what happens. Okay, so today I only used one pump for my entire face. I think that yesterday, because it was the first pump of the bottle, it was a little bit smaller. Today was a better size pump and it covered my entire face. I am liking the finish of it a little bit better today with the mattifying primer in the center of my face. It doesn't look as shiny, but the rest of my face does look luminous, which I love. I love the initial finish of this foundation. I think that it's absolutely gorgeous, and I don't have a foundation that has the same finish of this foundation, so I love that. Most of my foundations have a matte finish, so this one's just, it's gorgeous. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup again today. I'm gonna try and use lighter products, and I'm gonna try to set my concealer a little bit lighter and not bring the powder maybe so low or something. So we'll see what happens with this. Okay, so I just finished doing my makeup and I love how it looks today. It looks a lot better. I think that my personal skin just needed some sort of mattifying primer just in the center of my face. So now I'm gonna go ahead and wear it for the rest of the day. It's not looking shiny or oily or weird anywhere. Obviously it looks a little bit more dewy around the perimeter of my face and where I put my highlight, but it doesn't look greasy, oily, or weird like it did yesterday. So I think that all it needed was a good mattifying primer underneath of it, and I did set it with a mattifying powder today just in this center, like around my nose area, but you guys saw that. So we'll just go ahead and see how it wears. Right now it is 10:30 in the morning, so it's been on for I guess around 15 minutes or so, so I guess I'll check back in with you guys in a bit. Okay, so it is now the end of the day and I love how this foundation held up today. I think I know what went wrong yesterday. I used a new powder to set just my nose area. I tried out the Tarte Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Tinted Pressed Finishing Powder in the shade Medium. And I think is just a very heavy powder and it doesn't look good over top probably any foundation. I think that it just needs to be used by itself as like a powder foundation. I don't think it does well as a setting powder, but that along with the fact that I did not use a mattifying primer in the center of my face is what I think did not work about the first time that I used a foundation. Today, I used a normal setting powder and I used a mattifying primer and it just looks amazing. It held up very well. It looks great with my skin. It doesn't look oily, it doesn't look greasy. None of the other products that I put on my face have started to fade or anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this foundation a big thumbs up. I really do like it a lot, especially for the summer. And I even think that this foundation would look gorgeous just on its own with a drop of concealer, mascara, and maybe fill in your eyebrows slightly. I think it would be gorgeous without like anything else over top of it. It just looks like your skin is just the healthiest thing ever. So I think that that is all I have to say. I hope that you guys found this review helpful, and if you did, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.